Welcome to Chinese Takeaway Tour episode 10, and today we're at New Champions Kitchen in Derby. Tonight's takeaway from New Champions Kitchen in Cheddasden in Derby. We're going to have a bite too of everything to give it its overall score. So starting with the egg fried rice. Fairly standard rice, good amount of egg. Maybe could do with a little bit more soy sauce. Chicken chow mein. Good texture on the noodles, bean sprouts and onions in there. Good amount of chicken, again, well seasoned, good amount of soy sauce. Good amount of chicken, quite juicy, not dry. So overall, that's a really good chow mein. Beef and green pepper and black bean. Really tender beef, really good quality, got a lot in there. There's a little bit of back heat, a bit of chilli in there. Good amount of black bean. Tastes okay, but the more I have, the more that the chili is overpowering the flavour of the black bean. And as I said at the beginning, it's a bit oily and really watery, so that lets it down a little bit because it doesn't really stick with the vegetables or the beef. Hey, lemon chicken. So a good portion, flattened chicken breast, crispy coating because they put the sauce separate. Yeah, really crispy on the outside. Yeah, really crispy on the outside. Chicken's not dry, but it's not as moist as it was in the chow mein. Good golden breadcrumb on there. Good consistency to the sauce. Nice tang with it as well. Nice to get the chunks of pineapple in there, so you get a tiny bit of sweetness as well to go with the sauce. Sweet and sour chicken Cantonese. Good sized piece of chicken. Yeah, not bad inside, still a little bit crispy on the outside, a little bit juicy in the inside. Good amount of sauce with this, and the sauce has got an okay balance. Yeah, I think the sauce comes through quite well with that. There's a good mixture of sweetness to the sourness, and the flavours come through quite well. The satay chicken skewers. So chicken looks a little bit dark, like it might have been a bit overdone when it's been fried, but the sauce on it looks really thick and quite good. Yeah, the chicken's a little dry on it. I'm not sure there's a lot coming through with the satay sauce actually. No, really weak on the satay sauce. It was a good consistency, but overall it's just coming through really salty and then not a lot else apart from that, so that's a bit disappointing. Next, the mini spring rolls. okay. I always find the mini ones never really have a lot in. There's not a lot of flavour in there because you don't quite have enough inside. A little bit overcooked, but if they're going to be a freebie, they're alright. Salt and pepper chips, good colour to those, lots of chilli flakes, you can see the spices on there. Okay, not as much flavour as I thought there would be looking at them. A little bit dry, but overall they're okay. And of course, 3 prawn crackers and mini spring rolls, which is always a bonus. So now I've tried everything from New Champion's Kitchen in Cheddasden in Derby. I'm going to give it its overall score. So we base this on a range of factors: wait time, service, quality of the food, value for money, and obviously quality of the food is most important. Looking at the menu, prices, very average, £6, £6.50 for a main dish. Good amount of choice, about 250 items on there. There's also some good special all-in-one boxes and some quite reasonably priced meal for ones. That's really good if we got that value for money. Service was good, really quick to order. Went through the order to check that it was right. The wait time was 12 minutes, so about in the middle, but still really quick. The cost was £39.10, so again about in the middle for value for money from what most of them cost so far. The things that I liked from there was the chicken chow mein, good quality noodles, a mixture of the onions and the bean sprouts. Chicken was moist, well seasoned with the soy sauce. The lemon chicken was fairly good. It was served separately from the sauce, so it stayed crispy. Not overly dry chicken, a little bit of a crisp batter. Good tang to the sauce, good chunks of pineapple in there for a little bit of sweetness to contrast that. Sweet and sour chicken, good amount of chicken. The sauce was good, not the best sauce I've had, but still a good sauce. I've got a bit of a balance there. The beef in the beef and black bean was tender, but aside from that, it was overpowered with chilli, really runny, which really let it down. You couldn't really get a lot of the flavour of the actual black bean from that. It was just very oily and overpowered with the chilies. Satay, overcooked. The sauce was really strange. Not a lot of flavour, but then loads and loads of salt coming through. The salt wasn't bringing out any real flavour in that, so that was really disappointing. A really, really poor satay. Probably one of the worst satays. Rice was okay. A little bit more soy would have helped that. The chips looked better than they were. Flavours didn't come through well. I know that they're not going to travel well, but the actual flavourings didn't come through very well at all. There wasn't even a lot of heat on there, even though it looked like they had a lot of chili flakes on. So overall, I'm going to give New Champion's Kitchen a 6.8 out of 10.